Good morning, everyone. So let's just wait for a while. Let me share it first, and then we will discuss about it. So today I will just discuss about Concord for a few minutes, and then we will move on. If you think it is okay, then you can send me a message so that I can check and I will move on to the next topic. But if you think, yes, you need some extra or some more information about Concord, then yes, we will continue. So please send some messages if you want. Yes, we did it actually, almost done. Yes, some rules are left, some only, not many more. And if you think, yes, we will discuss about it, then we will continue. Otherwise, yeah, we will move on to the text. Another grammar person. Yes, which are okay. Yes, they are actually MCQ oriented, no matter. Yes, we will continue yesterday's also. But has disabled. What shall I do then? Well, so let me continue some of the rules as I told you yesterday. And then we will move on again, no matter. We have time. Some rules as you were expecting yesterday, you were asking some questions. Through that also you can understand. So it's a subject-verb agreement. Let me discuss about some of the correct statements, like, number 5. Okay, I'm jumping. I'm not going to continue all of this as we have already discussed about it. You can see number 5. Okay, the following nouns are always used only in singular form, and the verb that follow must be singular. So you can see the word like sand, homework, food, mathematics, news. Yes, we only talk about mathematics and news, and you can see some extra, some more. Okay, and this will help you to find then they are singular, and if singular, then we have to choose singular verb. Okay, the word like, advertising, luggage, hair, air, machinery, measles, traffic, moms, work. Yes, sometimes some of the words like physics having s, we get confused about it, whether it is singular or plural. So make sure about it. Then after, we can talk about number C. Yes, nationality. If there is nationality, like having the word like ch, like French, like sh, like English, ESE, Nepalese, Chinese, Japanese, like this kind of words. If comes, we have to take plural verb. Well, so in this cases, number 6, you have to think about if there, in case of nationality comes, then you have to decide, then it takes plural verb. Now, number 7, certain adjectives, yes, used with a definite article the to indicate a group of people in particular situation take plural verbs. What is here? If you are talking about, and some of the adjectives, which is followed by the, like the deep, like the poor, like the brave, like rich. When you are identifying this, we have to choose plural verb. It means these words taken as common and as a plural. That is why we have to choose plural verb, because poor means not only a single one poor people. There are group of poor people. We're talking in common. What happened to you? Can't you see the screen? Hello, one of you can send me the message. One of your friend has asked me, we are not able to see this. So will you please send me one message? Can you? We can see. Thank you. So yes. Okay, that's good. One of your friends. But I think we are not able to see it, sir. Yuvraj, everyone can see. I hope, I think you have got some problem. So you can leave the class and then join. I think it will work. Thank you. So this is how we have to understand, then having the, and then after adjective takes always plural verb. Number 8, it talks about, yes, we have discussed actually, each, neither, somebody, every, either, like this kind of words. Always takes singular verb. Always takes singular verb. Everybody was in time. Something is better than nothing. Yes, it's look like, it sounds like nobody. Yes, then maybe someone. Somebody, like everybody, represent like many people, but it always takes as a singular verb. Number 9, it talks about, the word very confusing. In the affirmative sense, we have to use dare. When we're using the word he or she dare, then we can use he dares, she dares, he needs, and she needs. But the same cases where it is going to be negative sentence, we cannot use yes or es. We have to write in a plural form itself. For example, she need not seek my help. Here in this case, we cannot use yes. We don't need yes, but actually in a grammar person, we have to think about she needs, she dares. But in case of negative statement, we do not have to make it, yes or yes. That is what you have to think about. Even in the case of third person singular, we cannot use yes or yes when dealing with need and dare in negative cases. But in case of positive, we have to use she needs, she dares. And in expression using a structure like neither nor, either or, yes, any other verbs, yes, then we know the nearest subject is need to be taken. Yesterday we have discussed about this. Now, there is and there was and there have been. Take a non-count or singular count noun. There are and there were and have been taken as a plural countable noun. What you have to focus on? Yes, there takes singular also, there takes plural also. But in what situation? So the question is, when the idea, the word, there, what it is representing, when that is a plural idea, plural things, then we have to take plural verb. In case of singular ideas, then we have to take singular verb. For example, there has been an increase in the price of oil. Look at, there has been an increase in the price of oil. Check it. So we are talking about price of oil. We cannot make it plural form. That is why we have to use has. But look at the second example. There have been many interruptions. Many interruptions represent plural. So in case of this many interruption plural form, we have to choose plural verb. Not because of there, but because of what we are talking about. What is the subject matter? What is that noun? So noun counts here. Not the subject, there and there, but the noun. Hope you got it. Number 12, look at the idea of a number and the number. In case of a number, we have to use plural. Yes, plural and then plural verb. Means a number plus of plus plural verb. In case of plural verb, we have to choose plural. But even if there is plural form in the number of, we cannot use plural form. We have to write singular verb. Hope you got it. Look at the example, a number of students. Look at the word students. So students here plural. But what is this followed by? A number of. That is why we have to write are as plural answer. But when you are talking about the number of days, even if there is days, that is plural also, we cannot write here are. We have to write is. Why? Because the starting statement is the number of. So this the number of forces us to write singular verb, even in case of plural ideas. But a number, plural then plural. The number, plural then also singular. Oh, that is what you have to understand. Now, the following nouns are always considered plural. Yes, like seizures, like jeans, like eyeglasses, like tweezers, like swords, tongs. Yesterday, I think we have discussed about it. So in this cases also we have to choose plural verb. But in case when we are talking about a pair of, yes, a pair of seizures, a pair of jeans, a pair of eyeglasses, a pair of swords, we have to change into singular verb. Only these words always represent plural. That is why plural verb is needed. In case of pair of, because their word is a pair of, okay, a pair of. So a pair of means single. So single, in case of single, we have to write singular verb. Ten number, okay. So 10 number, somebody is asking about 10 number. Yes, in expression using structure like neither, ... nor, either ... or. Okay, verb agrees with the nearest subject. Nearest, yesterday I told you, that's why I did not define by today. So neither Ryan nor his friends. Look at this, neither his friends. This is called nearest subject. Nearest of what? Nearest of the verb which we are going to choose. We will be given option have, has. Yes, and other as well. According to the sentence, we have to choose have, has, or was also. Suppose in this situation, if his friends, we have to get guidance by his friends. His friends is singular or plural. If it is plural, we have to choose plural verb. If it is singular, we have to choose singular verb. So look at the example of plural verb of his friends. That is why have. But next question, neither his friends nor Rayan. So Rayan is here singular third person. Yes, third person singular number. So Rayan takes has. So that means we have to choose the nearest verb. Whatever there is, neither his friends or here Rayan, no matter what comes before nearest verb, we don't have to worry. We will only focus on the nearest subject, yes, of the given verb. Yes, either or near. But if only either and neither, you cannot use like that because that talks about singular. Only either and neither then. Okay, but in this cases, or nor, having nor, you have to choose nearest subject. Hope you got it. Now, number 14, collective nouns. Yes, I told you yesterday as well. Committee, crowd, jury, audience, class. They always represent here. We have to take as a unit. That's a singular verb. But when we are not talking about a committee of a particular committee or team, we are talking about the members of the committee, then we have to choose plural verb. So within these words, we have to think about the sentence. The team has won the match. For example, Nepalese cricket team we are talking about. Yes, there are 15, 16 or 11 members. Yes, total. So who won? The team has won. That is why singular. But the same thing when we are talking about in the same another idea, like the members of the team. Now we are not talking about team. We have gone to the members of the team. Means 11, 10, 12, 15. How many members are there? We are talking about that. It means many people. So that is why we have to choose plural verb. A very confusing and very important. Remember, because it can confuse. Same type, oh, the team is there. So why not singular? You need to know the reason behind it. Okay. So next, you better take a screenshot, okay? Now, another thing is the jury has made, I told you, the jury has made a decision. Yes, singular cases here. The jury were divided into their opinions. Try to understand this. Why here is singular and why in the next question is plural? Because of their opinions. No, it means when we are talking about their opinions, means jury's opinion. Means now jury is not speaking. A team is not talking. Now the group of jury are talking. For example, let's say about Bharsha Nepal, there are 3 juries. Okay, three different people, but they become jury. When they have to decide any particular thing, they can come and their opinion will be one. But when they have a separate opinions, it means all 3 people are discussing, and that is what is called. We have to choose plural form. But if they have only one vision, they have only one opinion, then we can write singular. Now, 15 number, the word having and. Okay, we know and normally makes the sentence plural, but we have different things. We are talking about the titles, designations of the same person. Now let me read out for you. When and connects 2 or more titles or designations of the same person, it means one can be the principal and secretary. The verb is always singular. Okay, the principal, the managing director, and writer. It means we are talking about the same person. So that is why we have to take singular verb. But when and connects 2 or more titles, or designation with the article the before each of them. In the previous, not each of them, only one from the beginning, not at the second positions. The expression refers of two different persons. That is why we have to choose plural form. Now, please listen very carefully and let me show you the example. The principal and secretary. Is there a two the? No two the, only one. It means the principal himself is the secretary. Principal himself is a secretary. That is why we are talking about a one person. So if a singular person we are talking about, we have to choose singular verb. That is what is. Now, second idea, the prime minister and chancellor. Look, this he himself is the prime minister and the chancellor. Can be the chancellor of any university, and he can be also the prime minister. So we have to think about there is no double the. Yes, if there were double the, then we have to understand these two different people are there. So when we are talking about a single people, we have to choose singular verb. So has is a singular verb here. Now another example. This is what takes plural, because the principal and the secretary. It means one is a principal and another is secretary. There are two different people are there. In the first example, one people. Second example, two different people. So that is why we have to choose plural verb. That's why here are in the previous age. So these are the important questions. Okay, now another, like a lot of, a batch of, a bouquet of, a class of, a hair of, a band of, like this. Think about it. Always takes singular verb. It always takes singular verb because it's begin with a lot of. So a galaxy of whatever comes, O is there. So keep in mind, always write singular verb. Look at a team of doctors. A team of doctors. It means we have to take it as a single one. Like as I already told you, like team. Oh, here also it represents one team. So that's why singular. A series of mistakes. Yes, a bouquet of flowers for sale. So they always take singular verb in case of this word. Keep in mind. Next, but what is the changing idea? The following expressions are determined by the preposition of. Look at it. Now, what comes after of? You have to be guided on that. Okay. Now, after of, if comes plural, then plural verb. If comes singular verb, singular subject, then singular verb. Okay, lots of people, not all, lots of people. Lots of people, that people means many. All of students, it means many. So it takes plural verb. For example, series of books. How many? Series of books. It means not only one, there are so many series. So series of books. That's why we have to choose are. Because after of what comes? Plural come. So plural verb. But look at the next one. None of your work. None of your work. Your work is singular. Your work is singular. So we have to choose is. But none of them. But none of them. Them means so many. So that's why are. Them represent not a single person, more than a 1, 2, 3. So we have to choose are. I hope you got it. So this kind of questions may confuse you. Okay, none of then what? But none of and singular then what? You have to keep in mind. So name of books, authors, newspaper, magazine, expression. Yes, they always take singular. Like everything that glitters. Everything that glitters. So glitter is there is not gold. Now, particular distance, I told you yesterday, even when we are talking about distance, it always takes singular verb. Now, plural, like you can see, the very confusing and like data. The data word is very famous. Yes, very common also. Yes, nowadays election data, isn't it? This data. So many data are there when you are talking about, but data is plural actually. So that's why when we are talking about the data, you have to choose plural verb. But if come data, then you have to make singular verb. So keep in mind, singular subject takes singular verb, plural subject takes plural verb. So if you can remember this, radius and ready, index and indices, so you have to think about, oh, this is plural. Even if there is yes, it is not, you know, it is, it is plural. So we have to choose plural verb. Just take this singular verb, singular subject takes singular verb, plural subject takes plural verb. But for that, you must know what is singular and which one is plural. So phenomena, but phenomena. It sounds like singular, but it is actually plural. Syllabus is a singular, but syllabi is plural. Basis is singular, basis is plural. Like criterion, but criteria. Okay, so you have to go through this, and there we will have two different benefit. One is of how to change into singular into plural forms, and other is by knowing this, whether it is singular or plural, we will definitely choose the right answers. Now 21, when several singular subjects represent the same person or thing, or when they form one collective ideas, a singular verb is used. Like bread and butter, we are talking about single, not a different. Slow and steady, we are talking about, they are just common words, so we cannot separate it. They are collective idea, so in their manner of collective idea, we cannot write plural, we have to choose singular. Truth and honesty. Okay, we in such a situation we have to think about whether it is a single idea, collective idea, or different idea. Finally, some left. Yes, yesterday there was a question. Besides, I guess so. The given expressions below have no effect on the subject-verb agreement. That is, whatever comes after the expression don't determine the agreement. What comes before does. What comes before does. Look, check is as well as. After this, whatever comes, we don't go. So yesterday we talked about, suppose Mr. Ramesh as well as his friends. We don't worry about what comes after. Oh, friends, don't worry about it. Besides, no less than, together with, accompanied by, accept, along with, whatever comes after this, we don't worry about it. Only focus on what is the main subject of that statement. We will be guided by that main subject. For example, Hari, comma, as well as Gopi. Yes, Gopi is also singular, but we do not focus Gopi. We will only focus Hari. So Hari means Hari was playing. Hari was playing not only, even with Gopi. So he along with his family. So family, we don't worry about family. We'll talk about he. So that's what there is a confusion. His family. Oh my God. So many more members. Then why not have? But no. The president, in addition with his advisors. Look at its confusion. Advisors means so many. Then why not are? But no, we have to only focus on the subject. There is a president. If the first idea is plural, then yes, you have to select plural verb. But don't try to focus on the, let's say, any of the subject which comes after these words. Yes, dal and bhat, they are same. Okay, collective idea. So we have to select, singular verb. Okay, they are not different. Now, when two changes happen together, it is expressed by the comparative degree, the or comparative degree. Like, wow, the higher you go, the cooler you feel. The older you get, yes, the wiser you grow. So it is said that one, the plus comparative, look, the plus comparative, and degree, and the plus comparative degree. So the higher you go. Like this kind of statement. So it means we have to choose singular ideas here. When a noun or pronoun is placed before gerund, it should be put in a possessive case. For example, please excuse my being late. See, just like my coming late. Look at this is very, when noun or pronoun is placed before gerund. Look, before gerund means being, and coming is gerund. Okay, they are not ing form, they are gerund. So in such a situation, it should be put in a possessive case. In which case? Possessive case. My is possessive, my also is possessive. So think about, even though it sounds very odd, please excuse my being late. Look at this, please excuse me being late. That's a wrong answer. Okay, but you have to think about, yes, need to think about it. You please keep it in mind, my being late, my coming late, not me coming late, not I coming late or something. See, just like my coming late. If subject of the sentence is a fraction, the verb agrees with the noun or pronoun, that after the preposition of. What comes after of? You have to think about that. Like 2/5 of the information. So of, after of what? The information is singular, so watch. 1/10 of them is plural, so have, plural verb. Half of it is singular, so it is. Half of them is plural, so are. Keep in mind. So in such a situation also, if there are fractions word like 2/5, 1/2, half, like such kind of, it's called fraction. Yes, but what comes after of? If singular, then singular verb. If plural, then plural. All right. So now onwards, I'm going to ask you some questions, MCQ questions. Okay. I have got 20 minutes time, and I will ask you some MCQ question. I hope you are ready for that. Let me stop for a while, and then again I will share this. Everyone, please get ready. Okay, I have here 3 sets for you. Okay, 3 sets for you, and you will try writing answers as you did yesterday. Make sure, and then I will just tell you the answer, or if possible, I will write down the answers. Okay, so yes, we are not able to discuss, but we, through this way, we can discuss and learn a lot. And don't try to do, just do whatever you know. All right, do whatever you know. Here are altogether 30 questions. Okay, 30 questions in a MCQ technique as a very important questions for your entrance exams. So I hope you will do the best. So you get ready, your time start now. Please send some messages in between so that I can scroll. So up to 9 questions are here. Yes, and then again I will scroll later. 9 questions options are down. I can okay, let's see. Yes, up to 9. So I hope within 5 to 6 minutes you can complete it. Start. Please don't write one answer in each messages. Write down at least 9 questions answer or 10 question answer in one group, so that we first part we will discuss about the first test, and then only we will start the second after discussing about these questions. Please don't write each single question's answer. Write down question number 1 and answer, number 2 answer, number 3 answer, and then directly send one message. Okay, it would be best, I guess. And I request everyone, all of you, you are altogether 108 students right now. Yes. So please try, all of you. Be active and just send your messages through this. And whenever there is some problems, you have gotten confusion about it, or you have no idea, then you can just write down text and we will discuss. I will tell you following your chat questions. Okay, good. That's a good idea. You can write ABC also, no matter. A answer correct, then A, B answer, or you can just write down the answers also, like beside or besides. Oh my God, yesterday we did it, yes. We have done it this, yes. Yesterday we did it, I guess, this one. Did we? We did, I guess. Yes, sir. So let's not do this. Sorry for wasting the time. I have another question. Just a moment, please. Sorry, I was confused here. I was taking another one. What happened to be another? Yeah. Sorry for wasting the time. Now, please keep on. I did not check the question. Now, please do this. Set 1, yes, 10 questions each. So the practice of marrying more than one husband at a time is, this is single word. You will get single word type of questions. It's a mix of question. Or I think you have already done. File number. Yeah, up to 10. All right, up to 10. Yes, then we will discuss about it. I will tell you the answer. Please do quickly. If you have done it, as some of you have done, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 6, 7, 8, up to 8. Good. So if you have completed, I just would like to discuss about this. Nearly done, I guess. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Please move on. So these kinds of questions will ask you in the examination. So before going to the set 2, yes, let me talk about first the practice of marrying more than one husband at a time is called polygamy. More than one, not polygamy, polyandry. And number 2, the World War II. Not World War, there is the emphasizing World War II affected the contemporary society adversely. Number 3, so you are working very hard. The word so makes the statement confirm. So that's why we have to choose are you, not aren't you, but are you. It's a very challenging question. Suppose someone says, you are working very hard, talking to you, and you said, oh, so you are working very hard. You have accepted. You are talking like, so you're working very hard. Are you? Yes. So we cannot make it negative, even though this seems like positive, but it is negative. Yes, somebody has raised a hand. No. Word doesn't matter here. Hard is not a negative word. Okay. Hard is not a negative word. Remember, very hard means the person is working. He's a very laborious man. But so means so is the word that makes you clear that, oh, you have accepted. Confirmation question means, tag question means when you are not confirmed, that is why you are asking question like, you are right, aren't you? It means you are not confirmed. When you ask this question, you want it to be confirmed. But in this statement, you are already confirmed. That's why positive statement. Now, the principal and secretary, that was an example we have discussed. The principal and secretary, 2 different people? No, it is a single people. So we have to choose was. I hope you have written that answer. Now, number 5, I had bought an old house and got some men. Got some men, got, yes, causative verb. So after got, what comes? Hasn't come. So to renovate. Instead of others, to renovate. Sure. She would certainly come to see me if weather. Would certainly. Yes, please. Others.
Sir, can you teach us phone number? Why there is not each? Why there is what?
Question number, a phone number?
Yes, sir.
Hey, yes, I did not say yes. I only. The principal and secretary highly impressed with overall progress of the student. Yes, this is each, not was. Thank you. Yes, here not a matter of past tense, it's a each. Is highly impressed with overall progress of the students. The principal and the secretary is highly impressed with overall progress of the students. Yes, I checked only upper one. That's why. Anyway, and here is a matter of past and present. Okay. So now we are in question number 6. Thank you, Mr. Adarsa. And she would certainly come to see me if whether. Now check this if whether. What is the previous statement before if? Would. So in if clauses, if would comes, then it goes for the second type of. So second type means verb 2 type of. Yes. So would be and wouldn't. Yes, remain fine. Remains we cannot write, it is a present. Remain fine is past, yes, because of would, and would won't come in if clause side. That's why we cannot choose C and T. Now number 7 is a high time that Nepali government, yes, it's a high time that Nepali government should invest. Okay, number 7. Not will invest, but should invest. Giving suggestions. Now number 8, he will not speak a word. What have you done? A word will not be spoken by him. Yes, a word will not be spoken by him. Okay. Number 9, I guess. Here is no number. Yeah, it should be 9. And number 9. Okay, he's sitting in an armchair and I'm sitting on the chair. So in the case of armchair and chair, as a normal chair, we are just sitting on it. But when we're talking about armchair, the person is just engaged on that. Yeah, but one cannot easily come out of it. So that's why in and on. Number 10, don't get off the bus until it is. Now it is a confusing words. We have to select station, stationary, and non. So here, don't get up the bus until. So when you are talking about don't get up the bus, it means it is moving. It is moving. So what does it moving means? Stationary means the where we buy rulers and other things. Yes, station is a place and stationary is which is not moving. So make sure a confusing word is there. So C is the correct answer. Now is the time to start with number test 2. I hope we can, at least you can do the questions within the given time. So
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, in question number 4B, why did we go with is? Why didn't we take was instead? Does that mean we have to give more priority to present tense?
Okay, the principal and secretary highly impressed with overall progress of the students. You are now, suppose you have just done something great. Now, for example, we are talking now. When you're doing best, what I can say, I'm highly impressed with all of your progress. Not was that you have already done, your result has come out like this. This is not. You are in a progress, your overall progress. Then you are doing well. We can talk like this. Principal and secretary, no matter was and is, are the choice. But now think about is a sense of statement. Sense of statement, whether it talks about past, I mean, after completion of everything, if I say, yes, I was impressed. Yes, not about principal and secretary. Let's see, I was impressed. I was highly impressed with overall progress of the students. It sounds like also, I was impressed with the overall progress. Means when you are doing everything good, for example, right now you are just getting 20 out of 20, 30 out of 20. What I can talk to the, the administrator, yes, I'm highly impressed with all of, because you are doing, you have done it. That's why I am in the present time. Not was that somebody has done and I was talking about. In the present time, I'm being happy with you. That's why is the best answer. We have to choose singular, no doubt, but matter of tense sense that takes each rather than watch. I hope you got, Mr. Hima.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. One of you.
Can you make me clear about question number 9?
Question number 9. Okay, he's sitting. When you talk about armchair, who sits in an armchair? The one who cannot come out. And have you, the person is not able to come out himself. He's inside there. Look at the options. In and in. You cannot write in and in on the chair. With and by, there is no choices. On and at, we cannot write. So this is how we can also, take the right answer. Then first answer is the right answer. One option, one idea. Sometimes, let's see, we have no idea. So we have to choose about what is the right answer and what is the wrong answer, whether it match or not, in case of 2 different options. So here you try, tell me on and at. Now I will tell you why here sits in and why here is on. That is secondary. Okay. For example, you don't have an idea about internet. You can also, oh, how can I write at the chair? I can't. How can I write by the chair? I can't. How can I write in the chair? You can't. So it means where is the chances? In and on. Okay, now is the time is talking about in an armchair. I told you who sits in an armchair? The one who is disabled. When who cannot do it oneself. That is why we have to choose in. But on the chair, normally on a surface, you can sit and you can come out.
Thank
So
you, sir.
Visa. Okay, welcome.
Assume, sir.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir,
Could
question
you
number
repeat
8.
question number 10?
Question number 10.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
to
I am
confusing
confused.
word. Remember once again, it's a confusing word. Station भनेको त ठाउँ हो. Stationery भनेको जहाँ हामी बुक्सहरु, कपिजहरु, रुलर्सहरु किन्छौँ त्यो हो. अनि stationery भनेको not moving भन्छ क्या, यसको मिनिङ चाहिँ not moving. त्यही भएर अब क्वेशनले के भन्छ? डोन्ट गेट अफ द बस. गाडीबाट नओर्ला है. किन त? किनकि यो अझै यो रोकेको छैन. until it is stationary. जबसम्म यो स्थिर हुँदैन, यो स्टिल हुँदैन, रोक्दैन, तबसम्म गाडीबाट नओर्ला भन्ने गाडीवालाले जहिले पनि भन्दा हुन्छ. पर्खिनुस् भन्छ. Yes, that's why stationary is the right answer.
Sir,
Yes.
will you please make me clear about question number 8?
Question number 8. Question number 8, the passive verb. Okay, he will not speak a word. Yes, he will not speak a word. Yes, we have a simple, a word is there as a subject. A word is, it sounds like no word will be spoken, but it is not a matter, no word will be spoken. Yes, there is no such sense. A word, object becomes subject, will and change into want or will not be. Speak become spoken. This is by plus him. There is a nearest chance is no word will be spoken. No word will be spoken is slightly different. It's a very strict. When you are forced not to speak anything. A word will not be spoken by him. That sounds very odd. Very totally different. You are not allowed to speak a single word. Yes. That's a very slightly different ideas. Thank you. No more time. I have to leave, I think. And if you have any questions, tomorrow again we will first discuss, or at last we will discuss the pattern number, set number 2, and set number 3 is also ready, and we will talk tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, good morning. Today I'm about to start with all the topic of botany. Yesterday we talked about the introduction. So I hope you guys remember what I taught yesterday. So I would like to ask a few questions before starting. So yesterday I talked about the type of nutrition. So what were the type of nutrition? Will you guys please write and let me know that you remember? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please. I asked you a question. What are the types of nutrition? Yeah, autotrophic and heterotrophic. Someone is asking which subject is going on. It's botany. Yesterday we talked about the introduction to botany, and today I'll be starting with cell biology. Okay. So I'll be asking you guys questions. So yes, autotrophs and heterotrophs. So how is heterotroph further classified as? Will you guys please write and let me know? Yeah. Yeah, parasitic, saprophytic, and symbiotic. Okay. So now today's topic is cell biology. So do let me know once you can see the screen, the slides. Are you guys able to see the slides?
Yes, ma'am, we
Yes,
are
ma'am.
able to see.
Okay, so today we'll be talking about cell biology. So cell is the unit of biological activity, life, bound by a selectively permeable membrane and capable of self-reproduction. So the easiest way of defining a cell is it is a basic structural and functional unit of life, the smallest unit of life. Cell has got its own machinery, its own system. Okay, so it is written that it is bound by a selectively permeable membrane. What is that membrane called? Do you guys know what's that membrane? The selectively permeable membrane that bounds a cell. That's plasma membrane, right? So that's what cell is called and how cell is defined as. Now, so yes, these are the few MCQs that you may get asked. Which is the smallest cell? The cell of mycoplasma is considered to be the smallest one. Okay, so this it's a bacteria. Mycoplasma is the smallest cell. Now you have to know about which is the largest cell, which is the longest cell in animal kingdom, which is the longest cell in plant kingdom. So these are the things you'll be asked every now and then in MCQs. Okay. So ostrich is the largest animal cell. So the largest animal cell is ostrich, which is approximately 8 centimeter in diameter. Ostrich egg, right? Ostrich ko egg or ostrich ko ova is the largest animal cell. So now, longest cell, right? Nerve cells, neurons are the longest cells, which are 90 to 110 centimeters long. Right? So you have to know which is the smallest cell, which is the largest cell, which is the longest cell. Right? So in plants, the longest cell are fibers of Boehmeria nivea. Okay, the fiber of this plant called as Boehmeria nivea are the longest plant cells. So I have kept a picture of this plant just so that you guys can better remember. The fiber of this plant, Boehmeria, which are approximately 55 centimeters. So as far as I have talked up to right now, basic structural and functional unit of life, there's an entire world within a cell, its own machinery to produce its own food, you know, its lifestyle goes on its own, it can reproduce on its own, and it is bounded by a semi-permeable membrane called as plasma membrane. Now, this semi-permeable membrane does not allow all the things to pass inside the cell. It selectively allows the things to pass inside and outside of the cell. So cell prepare its nutrition on its own, and it excretes on its own. There are a lot of machinery present inside the cell. So a cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Right? So this is the plant with largest plant cell fiber, Boehmeria nivea. The fibers are approximately 55 centimeter in length, a longest. So I hope you guys remember what am I talking. So yes, Now, cell can be broadly classified as prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Right? Prokaryotic cell. Here, pro means primitive and karyon means nucleus. So these prokaryotic cell have primitive type of nucleus. That is, they lack a well-organized, a well-developed nucleus. Such cell has no membrane-bound cell organelles like mitochondria and plastid. The ribosome is 70S type and nucleus is represented by naked DNA. Examples are cells of mycoplasma, bacteria, and blue-green algae. So talking about prokaryotic cells, literal meaning pro means primitive and karyon means nucleus. These lack well-organized nucleus and there's no membrane-bound organelles. Even the nucleus lacks membrane, it's naked DNA. Okay, so plastids are absent, mitochondria are absent, all the membrane-bound organelles are absent, and nucleus is represented by naked DNA, right? Any example भनेको cells of mycoplasma, bacteria, blue-green algae. Are you guys listening or not? It's quite
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, okay, it's fine. So now eukaryotic cells. So I said cell can be broadly classified as prokaryotic and eukaryotic. The prokaryotic are more primitive ones, but the eukaryotic are more advanced ones. Right? Eukaryotic, you means true and karyon means nucleus. These cells have well-organized nucleus which contain membrane. Nucleus is bound by membrane, the DNA is properly covered by the membrane, and the cell contains other membrane-bound organelles as well, like mitochondria, like plastid, and talking about the ribosome. In prokaryotic cell, what sort of ribosome was present? Will you guys please say? Am I audible?
Yes.
The type of ribosome in a prokaryotic cell.
$705.
No, ribosome है 70S भनेको 50 30 है अनि cells तिम्रो 80S हुन्छ अनि 60S plus 40S अब त्यो mathematically equal this. Did you guys understand what's the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells?
Your sound is disturbed, ma'am. We can't hear clearly.
Are you guys there?
No, ma'am.
It's cracking.
Hello.